for the men. The women will be a little bit longer here. I think what I'm gonna miss most about Elena is just the absolutely unhinged things that come out of her mouth. At just the most random times. I can very vividly remember the glove comment with the volunteering our freshman year. We were going to volunteer at Habitat for Humanity to helping build a house. And she was just like so concerned if they were gonna provide us gloves, or if we had to bring our own work gloves. And just in our team meeting, it was just like the funniest thing. And there's just like consistently, I feel like if I'm just quiet enough around Elena, just listen, I'm gonna hear something really, really funny. So I think that's what I'm gonna miss the most, of just not knowing what to expect from her. You know, the dancing at conference, not the sprained ankle part, but the dancing, just like being a good leader for the culture, for the vibes, for everything on the women's team. She's done so much for you guys. Really, really proud of her. Really proud of what she's been able to do athletically 3 or 4 years here. I mean, hell, today was absolutely incredible, let alone the past 3 years. So really proud of her. You know, I think, and your parents aren't here, right? It's funny because Elena, the three of us are actually from Ohio. Elena and I are like within probably 45 minutes from each other. And I got the job here, and one of my friends who was coaching a club team in the area called and was like, oh, there's this girl on your team, Elena, and she, you know, I know her because we swim against her, and it ended up being because of your dad when he came back, and the video of that. And so just immediately, and Elena was probably the first person I honestly heard about when I got the job here. And so just to have gone through these 3.5 years have been really special with her, and very, very excited to see what happens with her and Lewis. And really excited to see, you know, I'm very proud of her for what she's done educationally. I know, you know, trying to figure out jobs is the next big step, but I know that's going to be really great, and excited to see what that turns into. So, thank you, Miss Elena, and we're excited for the last couple of senior year.
Going back to her freshman year, I was so excited because there was someone from Ohio on the team, and I was like, new, I came in at an awkward time, so I go up to Elena, and I'm like, hi, I'm from Ohio too, and she like literally stared at me like I was an alien. I was like, no, okay, good start. And then she's just like really quiet, like, and then all of a sudden the girls are like, oh no, like Elena can bust it down on the dance floor. And then just these little like beautiful sparks of your personality started to come out, and I think the last 4 years, just to like watch you grow as a human and a woman is really emotional for me to watch. You are truly, I think you need your own sitcom or reality show, because you're one of the funniest human beings I have ever met in my whole entire life. Your zingers, your one-liners, like your quiet moment of just hitting the absolute like nail on the head and just the most out-of-pocket situations is so incredible. I cannot wait for you to be a teacher. I think you are going to be incredible to the youth and the people that come up next. You have the kindest heart, the most beautiful soul, and I'm so excited to see what you do for our next generation. And I'm very, very proud of the woman that you have become, and I love you dearly. So congratulations. I give a big shout out to her mom because she provided the big like fat heads for you guys as seniors today. She unfortunately couldn't be here, but she shipped them to me. So big shout out to Anita for the.
Oh. Not stressed.
Oh, you gotta be prepared.
How many pages is that?
Whoa.
Wow. Okay, all right. Okay, you're good.
To understand my time as part of the Catawba swim team, I need to explain my time as a high school student being recruited. I knew that I had big goals, and looking at where I wanted to swim, I knew that I needed a YMCA national cut to go where I wanted to go, and I needed to make it to high school states, and many of you can relate to this experience. And I went to my high school district meet where I would qualify for state, and I stepped up for the 100 breasts. I stepped up onto the blocks, smile. But before I got out of the water, the official bent down and said to me, he was like, "So did you hear something before the start?" And without thinking twice, I said, "Yes." The time stood. I didn't get disqualified. I got on the podium. Well, there was such commotion, they didn't even do awards. I podiumed, but I didn't stand on the podium. Yeah, I went to state, I went to nationals. Today is the closest I've been to that time since.
Did anyone else know this?
I've never told anyone this. And the reason for that is, like, after this happened, yeah, I was elated that, you know, it counted, but I quickly began feeling like this pressure that I had to do it again, to prove to everyone, my competitors there, and everyone who witnessed it, that it wasn't a fluke. And I began swimming to prove something instead of just swimming for myself. And then I came to college still feeling like I had to prove something, to prove to the coaches that I deserved to be here, to prove to my teammates that I deserved to be here. And needless to say, I had a really, really hard freshman year, full of disappointments. But my mom was like, maybe you want to transfer or something like that. But we go to conference and we get third, and I'm looking around at all of my teammates cheering, and I was so proud to be on this team and to be a part of something bigger than myself, and just to have these kind of relationships that I built. I came back my sophomore year with new eyes, that I had this epiphany that maybe the problem wasn't me needing to work harder in the pool, but maybe it was my mental coach that needed some work. And once I started working on that, things got easier. I started going best times, and things were good, but this confidence again came quickly crashing down my junior year. We got a new coach, things got really tough. If you were there in those practices, you knew it. Things were really tough, and the stakes got higher. There were more people not on the scoring team, and again, I was swimming to prove something instead of just swimming for myself. So my advice, after learning things the hard way and picking myself up time and time again, one is to work on your mental coach every single day. You can't go to the pool and beat yourself up mentally every single day and expect your brain to be nice to you on race day. You have to work on that. What you say to yourself on the last 50, the last wall, the last 10 meters is the difference between a best time and attic time. Cut yourself some slack and have fun. This has been my main goal of the year. It's easy to always be wanting more, or thinking you could have done something better, but you just need to be proud of yourself for accomplishing what you have. There's no reason to be upset about a practice, and in a pool full of your friends, there's no reason to not try and have a good time. Just enjoy it, because life won't be like this forever. And also, my last thing is to keep things in perspective. For me, this looks like asking God for peace no matter the outcome. At the end of the day, if I go best time or I don't, my life isn't going to change. My family's still going to love me. My friends are still going to be my friends. And no matter what, I'm still going to have to wake up on the Monday after conference and go to class. Sometimes it's just important to remember swimming is just a part of who you are. I'm so thankful for my time as a Catawba swimmer. I've made once-in-a-lifetime relationships, which is what is most important. Thank you to my teammates for becoming my lifelong friends. Thank you to my parents who couldn't have been here, who couldn't be here today, but have always loved and supported me throughout it all. Thanks to Lewis for always listening to me complain. He gets an earful sometimes. Special thank you to Haney for walking me out today. He always treats me like family.
Scoring.
Oh, yeah.